Sex, size and conversation वाला start गर्नुपर्ने हैन.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. जाउँ है त. म आज यो एससी अलि फरक ढङ्गले पढाउँछु है त, हेर है त. अनि देन त्यसपछि फिडब्याक देऊ है त मलाई. म अलि फरक किसिमले पढाउँछु ल. Okay. Sex, size and conversation. Why men and women cannot communicate is an essay which focuses on how men use language and how women use language in different cultures, particularly in Western culture, and how these differences can cause frustration in their relationship. The writer makes the point that women use language to connect with people. They use language to establish good relation with other people. Women use language to create intimate and loving relation with others. On the other hand, men use language to show that they do not depend upon other people. Men use language to show that they can work independently, and men use language to protect their status when they are speaking with another person. Men use language to negotiate status, to show that they are not inferior to somebody. The writer in the first paragraph shows a scene. There is a car. The man, the husband, is driving the car. The woman is sitting on the next seat. They are trying to find someone's house in a neighborhood. They do not exactly know the location. So the husband keeps going around and round trying to find the house. After some time, the wife says, "Why are we wasting our time? Why don't you ask someone the direction to reach there?" Look, the wife is willing the husband to ask someone for the direction. But the husband does not want to ask anyone about the direction. And he is going around and around and says, "I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Let me try this street, that street." After presenting this scenario, the writer puts a question: why the man does not want to ask for direction? And writer says that actually the man does not want to ask anyone about direction because if he asks somebody, "गुप्ता जी के घर जाने का रास्ता किधर है?" then he will have to admit that he does not know the location. And if he admits that he does not know the location, then he will have to accept his ignorance in front of a stranger. Accepting
Sir,
your, yes,
are you sharing your screen?
yes, I'm sharing screen.
Sir, we can see it.
Oh, oh, अघि नै भन्नुपर्छ नि, बल्ल ढिला भन्छौ तिमीहरू अनि. So he will feel humiliated if he has to confess in front of another person that he does not know something. It will put him down in comparison to another fellow. So the man will not ask anyone, Kata bada jane ho. He will rather try to find the direction himself. If he can find the direction himself, he will prove that he can work independently without compromising his status. Now, what is the woman's perspective? For the woman, if you do not find your direction, simply ask someone and establish a relationship with someone. Hello, Dai. You call somebody Dai. Hello, uncle. You call somebody uncle. Hey, Hazur. You call somebody Hazur. त्यो दिवाकर सरको घरमा जाने बाटो कता होला यहाँ यो चोकबाट भनिदिनु न what are you doing? You are establishing a relation with a stranger through language. Now the stranger most probably will guide you your way to Divakar sir's house and you reach. That's all finished with you. यहाँ के भयो अब? You used language to create a very good intimate relation. सानो भयो नि 1 मिनटको मात्रै भने केही सेकेन्डको होला. But using language, you called someone intimately. You asked for help politely. They politely gave you help. And your problem is solved with you. So, women use language to build intimacy, to build relationship. Men use language to preserve independence. And these differences in the way men and women use language start right from the childhood. How girls as children use language, how boys as children use language, how girls grow. Look, I will teach you differently. As a फरक इसमें पढाउँछु भनेको छु. स्क्रिनमा पेज शेयर गरेको छु and you keep me following. म कहाँबाट भनेको छु अगाडि देखिराखेको छ. Small girls, they play in small groups, few members only. Right? Boys, they play in larger groups. See the comparison. The writer compares how boys develop and how girls develop and how this language. So girls play in a small group, boys play in larger group. Girls play in pairs, 2 people. Boys play in group, not in pair. Now girls have one best friend. Boys do not have one best friend, they have many friends. Girls spend a lot of time talking to their best friend. Boys do not spend a lot of time talking to one friend. Girls tell their private things to their friend. Boys do not tell their private things to their friend. Girls use language to create intimate relationship. Boys use language to preserve independence. Girls use language to make connection with another person. Boys use language to negotiate their status. Girls use language to feel close to one another. Boys use language to become the center power. Boys use language to challenge others. Boys use language to resist when others challenge. Boys use language to show that they know a lot of things. Boys use language to show that they are very good at speaking. Thus, right from childhood, boys and girls use language for different purpose. Now, these assumptions, these different beliefs about the purpose of language, it continues even when they become adults. And sometimes, when as an adult, as husband and wife, a man and a woman are talking, inside their brain, they have these assumptions, and these assumptions about how men use language and how women use language, which are there in your mind even when you grow as an adult, they create problems in cross gender conversation. किन यस्तो हुन्छ? Because the woman interprets things from her perspective, but the man interprets things from his perspective. And when the woman fails to share the man's perspective, and when the man fails to share the woman's perspective, this causes mutual frustration in their relationship as husband and as wife. For example, the अघिकै सिनमा छ, ओपनिङ सिनमा कारमा गइरहेछ, घर नभेट्टाएर कार घुमाएको घुमाइ छ, यो सिनमा जाउँ है त। यसमा व्हाट इज वुमन्स पर्सपेक्टिभ अबाउट ल्याङ्ग्वेज भन्दा उसको पर्सपेक्टिभ के हो? इफ यु निड हेल्प, just ask for help, get the help, solve your problem, done. अब के भयो? ल्याङ्ग्वेज केलाई प्रयोग हुँदो रहेछ? ल्याङ्ग्वेज according to women is used to seek help, get help, and solve your day-to-day problems. फोन नम्बर थाहा छैन, 19 मा कल गर्नु, सोध्नु, राइट? अब नसोध्ने अनि त्यो येलो पेज घुमाइ गर्ने, राइट? नाउ what is the woman doing? यहाँनिर त्यो कारमा she is creating a very short connection with a stranger. त्यो कोही छ नि बाटोमा उभिएको, कोही चिन्दैन नि त, नचिने पनि त बोल्नु पर्यो. The woman is using language to create a very short connection with a stranger, and this connection is a pleasant connection. किन? उसले बाटो बताइन्छ नि त, दाइ एक्सक्युज मी दाइ भन्छ होला, कति मिठो बोली भयो, सुन्नु न भन्छ, त्यो दिवाकर सर्कलमा जाने बाटो कहाँबाट भन्छ, pleasant connection. अब let's look the same scenario from the man's perspective. Say, के भइरहेछ? The husband is very conscious के को बारेमा? That if I ask for information, I will be admitting my ignorance. Right? उसलाई के लाग्छ? If I ask, सरको घर जाने बाटो कहाँ हो? I will admit my ignorance. Now, if I prove myself ignorance in front of him, I will be one down to that stranger. But if I am one down to that stranger, this is not going to be a pleasant experience. Rather, it is going to be a humiliating experience. So, ladies like, मैले सोचे भने I'll be one down भन्ने लाग्दैन. त लोग्ने मान्छेलाई के लाग्छ? मैले सोचे भने I'll be one down. So the man thinks that why should I humiliate myself by asking questions? Let me try to find out and preserve my independence and self-esteem. दुईटा कुरा. The man does not ask for help because it will make him admit his ignorance. He will feel humiliating, and by not asking questions, by solving problem on his own, he will preserve his independence and self-esteem, tara, at the cost of some time. Time लाग्ने भयो नि त, बरु ढिला होस् आफै गर्ने, राइट? यो बानी ममा नि छ. मैले प्रायः जसो कुनै पनि काम गर्दाखेरि I do not ask help. मलाई अरूसँग हेल्प माग्नै मन लाग्दैन। कति गाह्रो गरेर काम पनि आई स्पेन्ड टाइम अनि आफै गर्छु, म अर्कोसँग हेल्प माग्नु मन लाग्दैन। Here is another scene. Okay, मैले पाठ पढ्दिनँ आज, अर्कै किसिम पढाउन चाहन्छु। Okay, now the writer is going to give you 3 or 4 examples in which she will show how men have different assumptions about language, how women have different assumptions about language, and how these different assumptions create frustration. एउटा एक्जाम्पल हामीले हेरिसक्यौँ, के एक्जाम्पल हेरौँ? About the car and the husband wife को त्यो अहिलेको सिनको कुरा। Second, suppose you and your wife work in an office. दुवैले काम गर्छौ, मर्निङमा खानासाना खायो, you take your wife to her office, you drop her there, and you go to your office. In the evening, you come home, she comes home, you change your dress, cold drink खायो, 4 बजे चिया खायो, यसो बस्यो, कुराकानी बेडमा बस्यो, वाइफ हस्बेन्ड। नाउ के हुन्छ अब? मोस्ट प्रोबेबली के हुन्छ? डार्लिङ, हाउ वाज योर डे? सरी, हस्बेन्डले नसोचे पनि वाइफले चाहिँ आफै she starts telling about her day. She tells everything that happened in her office during day. हेर न यार, आज पिपी लगाएर काम गर्नुपर्ने, यस्तो गर्मी, पुरै पसिनाले भिजेर त्यो पिपी फेर्न नपाउने, पिसाब गर्न जाने पाउँदैन, नुहाउनु पर्छ, मलाई त कति गाह्रो भयो, एउटा बिरामी यस्तो भएको थियो। सपोज वाइफ इज अ नर्स भयो भने नेपाली सिनेमा के होला, she will give the details in that isolation ward or ICU room. She will tell what she did, whom she met, कतिवटा बिरामीलाई भेट्यो, what the biramis, what the patient said. She will describe, होइन? कोही मर्या भए यसरी मर्यो भन्छ। She will talk, right? And when she finishes talk, उसले के भन्छ? अब डार्लिङ, how was your day भनेर सोध्छ उसले हस्बेन्डलाई। अब हेर है, उसले पहिला कुरा गर्यो लामो, अब उसले हस्बेन्डलाई सोध्छ हाउ वाज योर डे। किन यो के भइरहेछ यहाँ? द वुमन इज युजिङ ल्याङ्ग्वेज टु बिल्ड इन्टिमेसी विथ हर हस्बेन्ड। फेरि सम्झ है, द वुमन इज युजिङ ल्याङ्ग्वेज टु बिल्ड इन्टिमेसी विथ हर हस्बेन्ड। अब हस्बेन्डले के गर्छ हेर, उसको रेस्पोन्स हेर है, द सेम ओल्ड ऱ्याट रेस। लुक, द हस्बेन्ड गिभ्स सर्टेस्ट आन्सर पोसिबल। अफिसमा दिनभरि के भन्दा त्यही मुसा जस्तो त हो नि, यो कुनाबाट त्यो कुनामा, त्यो कुनाबाट त्यो कुनामा, त्यो कुनाबाट त्यो कुनामा सिद्धियो, केही भएको छैन। ओके, द प्रब्लम इज the wife wants 3 things here. The wife is not looking for a short response. केही भएको थिएन, अब केही भएको थिएन भने त बोल्न बन्द भयो नि त। The wife expects 3 things. एउटा, the husband should explore दिनभरि के भएको थियो, उसलाई भन्नुहोस् लामो तरिकाले, यसलाई भेट्टेँ। मानिलिउँ हस्बेन्ड चाहिँ ब्याङ्कर छ, वाइफ चाहिँ नर्स थियो। अरे यार के गर्ने यार, त्यो पैसा काउन्टरमा बस्यो, मान्छेहरू नजिकाएर हेर्छन्, सास फेर्छन्, कता कोरमा सर्न डर लाग्छ। यु क्यान इमेजिन ही माइट टक लाइक दिस बट के भइरहेछ यहाँ? दिस हस्बेन्ड डज नट सेयर बेगमा के भयो भनेर। He ends the conversation by giving a short answer. Same old rat race भने के हो? उसले के बुझ्ने? She wants a detail त्यो मुसा कहाँ दौडेको हो? मुसा भने त्यही हस्बेन्ड होइन। हामी ऱ्याट रेस भनेको हामी अफिसमा चाहिँ त्यो टेबलबाट त्यो टेबल त्यो कुद्छौँ नि त, राइट? नाउ सी फिल्स लक्ड आउट है। अब के बोल्ने यसपछि? नाउ व्हाट ह्यापन्स? अब के हुन्छ? She is a bit angry and she says, you don't tell me anything. अलिक कराएर भन्छ कि, डार्लिङ you don't tell me anything. मैले सबै कुरा भने, तपाईले केही भन्नुहुन्न। अब यहाँ के हुन्छ? When you think your husband is not telling you everything, you think he is not loving you, right? She says, you don't tell me anything. अब ऊ रिसाउँछ, अब हस्बेन्ड रिसाउँछ, केही त भएको छैन नि के भन्ने तिमीलाई भन्छ उसले। अब रिसाएर कति कराइरहेको तिमी, केही त भएको अफिसमा जुन त्यही त पैसा जाने, हाजिर गर्ने, पैसा गर्ने, पैसा पाड्ने, आउने, त्यही त हो मेरो काम। तिमीलाई थाहा छैन ब्याङ्कमा के हुन्छ, देखाएको छैन ब्याङ्कमा? यसरी रिसाउँछ कि यहाँ के भयो? The man does not talk to the woman at home because at home, in front of his wife, he has no challenge. Because he has no one to challenge him, he does not have to preserve his independence at home. Okay? Because his wife is not challenging him in any way, he does not have to negotiate his status. किन उसले असुम के गर्छ ए घरमा वाइफसँग नि के स्ट्याटस मेन्टेन गर्नु पर्यो मलाई माफ गर्नु असम्पसन के छ यहाँ कि वाइफ्स आर अलवेज सेकेन्डरी टु हस्बेन्ड्स भन्ने असम्पसन छ राइट त्यही ठाउँमा त्यो वाइफ नभएर अफिसको साथी भए के हुन्थ्यो ओ हि माइट च्यालेन्ज भन्ने हुन्थ्यो हि विल टक अ लट men talk more in public space, particularly they talk more with strangers, because with strangers they have a fear that their status will be challenged, their hierarchy will be challenged. So men talk more in public space. घरमा बोल्दैनन् बुढीसँग किन बोल्नु पर्यो किन she doesn't challenge the status. Now to her a wife like के हुन्छ telling life's daily events and impressions will give her feeling that she is not alone के तिमी वाइफसँग बोल्यो भने त वाइफलाई my hubby is there, he loves and caring भन्ने हुन्छ नि त राइट अब बोयजको के हुन्छ the boy never spent time talking this way केटी जस्तो चाहिँ बोले त हामी बच्चामा त उसले बिताएको होइन एक माथि पढ्यौ नि girls grow talking a lot to a best friend भएर boys do not grow talking to best friend भएर so the boy didn't grow talking he doesn't know के यसरी बोल्नुपर्छ घरमा आएर भनेर right he doesn't expect such talk he doesn't mind if the wife doesn't talk but wife को लागि के छ talking is feeling that you are not alone in the world. Second example हामी पढ्यौं के को म्युचुअल फ्रस्ट्रेसन को जाँचमा long answer question आउँछ है what various examples of mutual frustration does the writer discuss give details बनाउँछ मैले क्वेशन बनाइदिहालेँ what examples of mutual frustration does the writer discuss details so चाहिँ 8 mark को long answer आउँछ यो 8 mark को long answer another source of mutual frustration third source है पहिलो चाहिँ about the car दोस्रो when you come back home from office and talk about office third is about trouble talk what happens when a woman tells you a problem she has यो बत्ती बिग्रियो बलेन अथवा दुधवालाले दुध दिइरहेको छैन आज पानी आएन मानिलियौ वाइफले तिमीसँग पानी आएन भने तिमी के भन्छौ त्यो पानीवालाले फोन गरेर न भइहाल्छ नि भन्छौ अब रिसाउँछ उसले पानी आएन भनेको पानीवालाको फोन नम्बर खोज्न भने हैन के पानी आएन भनेको सी वान्ट्स यु टु टक तपाईको के बुझ्या केटाहरूले क्लासमा सबैले बुझ्नुपर्छ काम बाँकी थियो मलाई भोलि पर्सि गर्ल्स वान्ट्स टु टक बहाना जसुकै होस् so if she says here is a problem do not solve her problem if you give a solution she will be in a bad mood kina because she was not looking for a solution okay? She was looking for a bahana to talk an excuse to talk girls always look for excuse women look for excuse to talk kina because talking is a way of building intimacy and relation so as a boy you understand so if she presents a problem if she shares a trouble घरमा केही भयो suppose हैन so don't give a solution do three things if a woman प्रेजेन्ट्स अ प्रब्लम तीनटा काम गर्ने लोक केटा मान्छेलाई बुझिराख्ने केटा टिपेर राख्यो भने तिम्रो लाइफ नै काम लाग्छ तिमीहरूको म्यारिड लाइफ चाहिँ यसले धेरै सेभ गर्छ डिभोर्स हुने सम्भावना घटाउँछ है नम्बर 1 कुरा एक्सप्लोर हर प्रब्लम ओके डार्लिङ के भयो नि ए त्यसो भएछ त्यसपछि के भयो सोधिरहने के ए त्यहाँ गयो तिमी उसले के भन्यो त्यो मान्छे कस्तो थियो एक्सप्लोर द प्रब्लम है पहिलो कुरा सेकेन्ड so that you understand her problem मैले बुझेँ मलाई पनि यस्तै भएको थियो कि अस्ति ब्याङ्कमा मेरो बस रिसाएर मैले बुझेँ बसहरू पनि यस्तै हुन्छन् तिमीलाई बसले गाली गर्यो पिर मान्नु पर्दैन यस्तै हो मेरो बस नै यस्तै छ what are you doing you are showing that you have a good understanding of what she is saying तेस्रो कुरा के गर्नु पर्यो share a similar experience from your life oh darling हेर न अस्ति शुक्रबार चाहिँ मेरो अफिस पनि यस्तै भन्यो बसले यस्तो भन्यो मैले त्यस्तो भन्ने अनि रिसायो फेरि म दोहोऱ्याउँछु when a woman talks to you when a woman presents a problem to you तीनटा काम गर्ने लोग्ने मान्छेले त्यो भएर रिलेसन बिग्रिदैन नम्बर 1 एक्सप्लोर हर प्रब्लम पूरा गर्ने कि त्यसपछि के भयो त्यसपछि के भयो त्यसपछि के सोध्दै जाने नम्बर 2 so that you have a good understanding of what she is saying ध्यान दिएर सुनेको छु भन्ने फेरि उता हेर्ने भने झ्यालतिर थप्पड लाउँछ फेरि सुनेर भन्छ नि त so that you are paying close attention third share similar experience with her मलाई पनि यस्तै भएको थियो भनेर भन्ने के नगर्ने never give her a solution never disagree with your woman disagree गर्यो भने त सिद्धि डिभोर्स भयो वाइफ सँग डिसअग्री गर्यो भने डिभोर्स हुन्छ टिपेर राख्ने के गर्नु पर्यो always avoid disagreement if you want to disagree there are ways सीधै disagree नगर्ने के do not challenge your wife by presenting opposite opinion कुनै कुरा भन्यो ठ्याक्क उल्टो कुरा गर्ने हैन ठ्याक्क उल्टो कुरा गर्यो भने अनि फाइट सुरु हुन्छ हाम्रो घरमा पनि त्यही हुन्छ मैले कुनै कुरा भने उनले कुनै कुरा भने अनि म उल्टो बोले भने झगडा सुरु भइहाल्छ उनले भनेको कुरालाई मान्दै गयो भने इट्स भेरी फाइन उनले भनेको कुराभन्दा फरक भन्यो भने के हुन्छ झगडा सुरु हुन्छ यहाँ पनि के लेख्यो इफ अ वाइफ presents a problem to you तीनटा काम गर्ने भन्यो explore her problem express your understanding of the problem show sympathy show affection feeling emotion then share similar experience के नगर्ने do not offer a solution त्यसले के गर्छ it will lock the conversation and she won't be able to talk and she will lose her mood. Do not challenge her view. Do not oppose what she is saying. Right? Okay. तीनटा एक्जाम्पल भयो है कारको एक्जाम्पल बेलुका घरमा आएर अफिसको कुरा गर्ने एक्जाम्पल अनि ट्रबल टकको एक्जाम्पल चौथो एक्जाम्पल हुन्छ अब चौथो सपोज your wife complains about her boss अरे यार मेरो बस त्यस्तो छ त्यो उसले ब्याङ्कमा काम गर्छ फर इक्जाम्पल बस एकदमै खराब छ ह्यारेस गर्छ उसले घरमा तिमीसँग भन्यो अब हस्बेन्डले के गरिदियो ऊ आफै बस भएर यसो गर न भनिदियो कि अब टेन्सन सुरु भयो नि अफिसको बससँग रिस उठेर हस्बेन्डलाई भनेको हस्बेन्ड पनि बस जस्तै बोल्छ बसकै भी पोइन्टले बोल्छ कि बसलाई सपोर्ट गर्छ अरे बुझ न यार उसले यस्तो भन्न खोजेको होला त्यो बुझ्दैन भनिदियो भने अब डिभोर्स भयो खट्टा गरायो भने डिभोर्सै त नहोला त झगडा सुरु हुन्छ कि बिकज when you give an alternative point of view she might take it as an attack and she might think that you are not loyal to her तिमी वाइफ प्रति लोयल भए त वाइफको पक्षमा बोल्थ्यो होला नि त तो बॉस को पर्सन बोल देना, right? So always understand your girlfriend's point of view and do not offer opposite view to your girlfriend. नभए त्यही डेटिङमै झगडा सुरु हुन्छ. डेटिङ गइरहेको छ भने गाल गर्ने होस् गर्ने, त्यो पनि अब डेटिङमा if you are talking to a girlfriend and if she says something, do not oppose her views, right? के गर्नु त उसो भए people are bas no, here are ideas. Show her mutual support. Show your girlfriend or your wife mutual support. Explore her topic. Show your understanding about the topic and share similar experience. If you want to give alternative view, do not present it as direct challenge. Rather, give her some suggestion like यसो गर्दा हुन्छ कि darling, or put her questions, but do not directly challenge your girlfriend or your wife. अब यहाँ के बुझ्नु पर्यो, this is about women, हैन? What is about men? Men always like challenges. फरक हुन्छ लोग्ने मान्छे बानी. लोग्ने मान्छेले के मन पर्छ? अरूले च्यालेन्ज गरेर मन पर्छ, अरूलाई च्यालेन्ज गर्न मन पर्छ. हामीलाई के हुन्छ? च्यालेन्ज गरेको फिटिकै मन पर्दैन. उनीहरूलाई के चाहिन्छ? एक्सप्लोर, अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड, शेयर. अब लोग्ने मान्छे दे भ्यालु अपोजिसनल स्ट्यान्सेस. ख्याल गरेछ? कुनै डिस्कसनमा लोग्ने मान्छे छ भने उसले तुरुन्तै डिसअग्रिमेन्ट एक्सप्रेस गर्छ. कसैले के भन्यो कहाँ त्यस्तो हुन्छ भन्छ, हामीले भन्दैनन्. So men value oppositional stances, women value harmonious stances. Okay. Now, she gives an example. Okay? There was a husband. बिहान चाहिँ वाइफले सोध्यो, हिजो के भएको थियो अफिसमा भनेर. He said nothing. केही भएको थिएन. बेलुका हस्बेन्ड र वाइफ सँगै पार्टीमा गए. अनि पार्टीमा चाहिँ the husband was sitting on a round table with some other men, with his friends, and the wife was on the next table, उसकै साइडमा होला. And then there, the husband was telling about his office with a friend. उसले सुन्यो वाइफले, अनि के भन्छ, hey, in the morning you said nothing happened. Now you're telling a story. Why did you tell me these things? साथीले भनिरहेको छ, मलाई किन भनेको? Why you did not tell me these things? Now she will feel that the husband is not honest to her, because she says he tells something to his friends, but he does not tell the same thing to her. So he is not honest. अब उसलाई के लाग्छ, यति सिम्पल कुरा नि के वाइफले भनिराख्नु, it's not worth telling, right? But understand that we are not generalizing. We are not saying that women always talk more and men always remain silent. It's not like that. Again, it's not that women always talk more and men are always silent. For example, women talk more at home with family members. Kina? Because they want to build intimate relation with husband and others. Because talking creates intimacy. Even dating गयो भने त बोल्छ होला नि पार्कमा बसेर. दुवैले मम गरेर नि के डेटिङ हुन्छ. पहिले त बोल्नु पर्यो. अनि तिमीले अगाडिको कुराहरु बढ्छौ, पहिले बोल्छौ नि त. Now, men regard talk as a means to negotiate status. So they talk less at home. किन घरमा their status is not challenged by wife. बच्चाले वाइफले तिमीले च्यालेन्ज गर्दैन नि त. त्यही भएर you don't speak, किनकि nobody challenging you. But in office, your colleagues might challenge you, so you speak. So men talk more in public. Women talk more at home. right? And men talk longer. तिमीले कल कान्तिपुर लगाएर हेर्नु त्यहाँ रेडियोमा सोहरूमा मेनहरूले कल गरेर लामो समय बोल्छ, वुमेनले टु द पोइन्ट कुरा गर्छ, राइट? ओके, so we can generalize that men use language differently and women use language differently. And if you understand this thing, that two genders do not use language the same way, you can avoid many problems in your relationship in life. Okay. If you if you know that men and women talk differently, and then if you expect the same difference, you may be disappointed, right? For example, if you understand कि womenले language चाहिँ relation build up गर्नलाई use गर्छ भने, you will not misinterpret when your wife is talking to you. के तिमी बुझ्छौ नि मसँग वाइफ बोलेको चाहिँ रिलेसन बिल्ड अप गर्न भनेर. If you know कि हस्बेन्डहरु घरमा धेरै बोल्दैनन्, if you know this, तिम्रो हस्बेन्ड चाहिँ बेलुका बोलेन भने you will try to persuade him to speak, but he won't be angry. Okay? If you understand how men and women use language differently, you will not be frustrated by having opposite expectations. Okay? Right? Just you will not just say a wife ले चाहिँ husband ले wife ले तिनी बोले गर्छ भनेर भन्दैन नि त, बुझ्छ नि उले तिनीहरुको बानी बोल्ने भयो. And wife ले पनि you don't listen to me or भन्दैन के, because you understand. लोग्ने मान्छेहरु घरमा चाहिँ कम बोल्छ, right? Point is, if you know how two genders use language, your relation will be better. Okay. If you realize that your partner's behavior is not individual but a normal expression of their gender, मेरो हस्बेन्ड मात्रै नबोल्यो हैन, सबै लोग्ने यस्ता हुन्छन्, मेरो वाइफ मात्रै कचर पचर गरे होइन, सबै लेडिज यस्ता हुन्छन् भयो भने, you will stop blaming each other. Okay? You will not blame each other because you know नि किन बोलिरहेछ मलाई अथवा किन बोल्दैन मलाई. Okay. So the first step towards changing your relation is understanding different gender differences in the way of talking. Right? Husband wife को relation मा सुधार गर्ने पहिलो उपाय भनेको, the wife should understand how men use language, the husband should understand how women use language. Right? If you don't know that your husband uses language different ways, that your wife uses language different ways, that they have different perspective assumptions, you will think that what you are doing is right and what he is doing is wrong. Like, आफू बोले गरेको ठीक, हस्बेन्डले बेटीमा लाग्छ नि त. This will create confusion, frustration, and it will break your relation, right? Okay, but if you understand that these differences are cross-cultural and gender-related, then you will not unnecessarily get angry at your husband, and your relationship will be very good. एउटा लाइन मैले कतै मिस गर्ने, एउटा लाइन कहाँनिर छ? Yes. उसले भन्छ नि, the writer says that her father and mother also had this problem. Okay? The father won't speak much with my mother, and mother will always complain, oh, your daddy is silent, says nothing. But when she read this book, it's not only her daddy, all men are like that. Then after, maybe she was not angry with her husband. ओके, मैले के गरेँ आज यो पाठ अघि नै भनेको थिएँ, आई विल टिच यु डिफ्रेन्टली भने। के डिफ्रेन्टली गरेँ? मैले टेक्स्ट पनि पढिनँ, केही नि पढिनँ, खुरुखुरु एकहोरो लेक्चर गरेँ, प्याराफ्रेज गरेँ, समराइज गरेँ। कसैले मलाई फिडब्याक ल्याऊ त, तिमीले यो यसरी पढाउँदा तिमीलाई इजी लाग्यो, डिफिकल्ट लाग्यो, राम्रो लाग्यो, खराब लाग्यो? आई वान्ट समवन टु गिभ अ फिडब्याक। ल त मैले सोनिकालाई नै रेस्पोन्स मागेँ। ल व्हाट्स योर रेस्पोन्स आजको क्लासमा?
Sir,
What's your response? Was my class different today?
yes, sir.
के डिफरेन्स थियो?
So, like, हजुरले अब हरेक प्याराग्राफ पढ्नु भएन, लाइक साइज गर्नु भयो, त्यहाँदेखि त कन्ज्युम भयो हुन त।
ओके, यसको केही प्लस पोइन्ट र केही माइनस पोइन्ट बताऊ त।
प्लस पोइन्ट चाहिँ लाइक च्याप्टर सिद्धियो लाइक छिटै, अनि त्यसपछि लाइक ठ्याक्क समराइज गरिदिनु भयो सबैलाई। अनि ब्याडु चाहिँ हल्का फास्ट भयो जस्तो।
तिमीहरूले एउटा कुरा के पत्ता पाइरहेछनौ भने मलाई थाहै छैन, म हामीसँग 10 मिनट टाइम छ, के कुरा गर्छु। ल सुन ध्यान दिएर, एउटा ब्याङ्किङ मोड अफ एजुकेसन भन्छ कि। ब्याङ्किङ मोड अफ एजुकेसन भने के हो भने यसलाई अर्को शब्दमा जग एन्ड मग एजुकेसन भन्छ। जग एन्ड मग एजुकेसन भने के भन्दाखेरि दिवाकर सरको दिमाग भनेको ठुलो जग हो, तिम्रो दिमाग भनेको सानो जग हो। अनि दिवाकर सरले रातभरि त्यो किताब पढेर आफ्नो जगमा चाहिँ नलेज राख्नुहुन्छ, अनि बिहान 7 बजे आउँदाखेरि दिवाकर सरको जगमा भरि नलेज हुन्छ त्यो एसेको। अनि उहाँले चाहिँ क्लासमा लेक्चर दिएर आफ्नो दिमागबाट तिम्रो दिमागमा खन्याउनुहुन्छ एकहोरो बोलेर। तिमी सुनिरहन्छौ नि त, सुन्दा कल्पना के भयो कि सुन्दा तिम्रो दिमाग बसेको छ भन्ने कुरा। तर रियालिटी के हो भने यसरी दिवाकर सरको जगबाट सोनिका गिरीको मग, तिमीलाई मग सानो दिमागले भनेको अरे, यो बडा नराम्रो कुरा हो। यो विद्यार्थीको दिमागलाई मग भन्ने सानो, टिचरको दिमागलाई जग भन्ने ठुलो। अनि टिचरको दिमाग जगबाट विद्यार्थीको दिमाग मगमा खनाउँदाखेरि के हुन्छ भने धेरै कुरा भुइँमा पोखिन्छ के। सोनिकाको दिमागमा थोरै बस्छ, अर्थात् मोस्ट अफ द थिङ्स सी विल फर्गेट। मैले सोनिका भने सबैलाई भनेको हो, तिमीले बिर्सिन्छौ। अब मैले जाँचमा क्वेसन सोध्यो भने तिमीले लेख्दैनौ। किन भन्दाखेरि यहाँ के भयो, यो यसरी पढाएको खराब हो। यसको खराबी के छ र? नम्बर 1, यहाँ टिचर बोलिराख्यो, विद्यार्थीले केही गरेन, यो कुरा खराब भयो। नम्बर 2, विद्यार्थीलाई कुनै एक्टिभिटीमा इन्भल्भ गराइएन, विद्यार्थीले पढेनन्, टिचरले उनीहरूले कसरी प्रनाउन्स गर्छन् थाहा पाउन सकेन, विद्यार्थीले लेखेनन्, पढेनन्, लेखेनन्, के मात्रै गरे सुनिराखे, त्यो पनि क्यामेरा बन्द गरेर। अब क्यामेरा बन्द गरेपछि त विद्यार्थीले सुने भन्ने ग्यारेन्टी पनि छैन। बोर लाग्यो होला, फेसबुक खोलेर बसे कि, भाइबर खोलेर बसे कि, त्यही युट्युबमा चाहिँ कुनै मुभी हेरेर बसिरहेको थिए कि, कुनै ग्यारेन्टी छैन पढ्यो भन्ने, राइट? त्यस्तो टिचिङ भनेको हरिबल, टेरिबल, खत्तम टिचिङ हो। तर प्राय के हुन्छ भने विद्यार्थीले मन पराउँछ, किनभने टाइममा सिद्धियो भन्छ, हामीले के गर्नु परेन सर, तपाईँले भनिदिनु भयो भन्छ। तर के बुझ्दैन भन्दाखेरि तिमीले यो कन्टेन्ट जान्ने होइन के, त्यसको आइडिया जान्ने होइन, तिमीले पढ्न सिक्ने हो। पढ्न सिक्यो भने त अर्को पाठै पढ्न सक्छ नि त। अस्ति नै मैले त्यसरी पढाइरहेको थिएँ, अनि तिमीले कम्प्लेन सुरु गर्यौ नि त, सर यो त लेन्दी भयो भनेर। अनि मैले चेन्ज गरेको। मैले के पाएँ भने जसरी पढाउनु पर्ने हो त्यसरी नै पढायो भने विद्यार्थीले अपोज गर्दा रहेछन्। किनभने अरू टिचरहरूले, मेरो अनुमान, मेरो गेस, लेक्चर गर्छन्। जब सबै टिचरले लेक्चर गरे भने एउटा टिचरले चाहिँ लेक्चर नगरेर लर्नर सेन्टर्ड भएर काम गर्न खोज्यो भने विद्यार्थीले त्यसलाई सजिलै एक्सेप्ट गर्दैन। ल अर्को पाठमा जाउँ है त। अब एकै मिनट म अर्को सेक्सन खोल्छु। ओके, लेट मी सेयर गर्छु। ओके, सेयर भयो। Now we are starting another chapter, last one, which has the theme of work. Right? In this chapter, you will study about social attitude toward work. Attitude. Some people respect work. Some people look down to work. Some people think it's good to work. People have different attitude to different work. अस्ति मैले एउटा क्लासमा तिमीले के काम गर्छौ भनेर सोध्दाखेरि तिम्रो फ्युचर जब के हुन्छ भनेको धेरैले चाहिँ एन्टरप्रेन्योरशिप भने, कसैले पनि म्यानुअल वर्क भनेन, कसैले पनि बाइक बनाउँछु भनेर भनेन, कसैले पनि क्लिनिङको काम गर्छु भनेन, सरसफाई काम गर्छु भनेन। There are some works which we don't like के सानो मान्छेले गर्ने भन्छ। हामीले चाहिँ कामको आधारमा जुत्ता सिलाउने, रिपेयरिङ सुज, हामीले यो फलानु जातले गर्छ भन्छौँ। That's a bad thing, wrong thing, false. Anyone can have a shoe factory, a shoe work, जुत्ता सिउनु हुन्छ। तर हामी के गर्छौँ, जुत्ता सियो भने हामी सानो हुन्छौँ। खास गरी हातले गर्ने काम हामी गर्न चाहँदैनौँ, हातमा फोहोर गर्ने काम गर्न चाहँदैनौँ। Right? So we'll study about the attitude towards work, and we'll also examine reasons some people find their job enjoyable. Malay Soja, I like teaching most. I enjoy. It's almost 30 years I've been teaching, and I'm never tired of teaching. There must be a reason. Many people hate teaching. But I like. There are reasons. So we'll explore why people are happy with job, why they are unhappy with their job. We'll also consider what people mean by ideal job, what people mean by success, what is success in work and life, what is a good job, and finally we'll also read what is the idea of American dream. Let's start. Okay. So the first essay in this chapter is The New American Dreamers. This essay has been written by Ruth Siddell. Okay. In this essay, the writer discusses the hopes and dreams of the young American women and girls for their personal and professional life. For example, the writer begins by telling how are typical American women, what are their characteristics. He says that they are confident, outgoing, knowledgeable, involved, active, have many friends, they are committed to their friends, they have open thinking about their future, about friendship, about sex, about drugs, about alcohol. They can discuss these topics seriously, thoughtfully, and these women want to control their life. They do not want their husband to control their life. They themselves want to control their life. They have a goal in life and they have a plan to get that goal. They believe that, these women believe that if you plan carefully, if you work hard, and if you make the right decision, you can achieve any success in life. Tinta काम गरे भने, planning carefully, working hard, taking right decision. You can get any material, your car, you can get car, building apartment. Then these women are not worried about marriage. Marriage is not in their mind. Career is in their mind. Earning money is in their mind. Getting an apartment in their mind. They don't think of marrying first. They think of first getting education, then getting a job, then earning money. Then at last they will think, चाहिए भने बिहा गरौँला. अब बिहा पनि किन चाहिन्छ? They can be in relation with somebody, right? These women have to want to have it all. Ke sabai कुरा achieve गर्ने. Then in paragraph 2, he tells where do these women come from? Where do you see such women in America? So you will see such women in major cities, towns, smaller cities, in almost all parts of America. They come from middle class, they come from working class, they even come from poor class, right? And they believe that women should be the heroines of their own life. अरूको लाइफको हिरोइन हुने हैन, आफ्नै लाइफको हिरोइन हुने, हस्बेन्डको वाइफ हुने होइन. Not wife but life. Don't be wife, have your life. वाइफ भयो भने के हुन्छ? हस्बेन्ड ठुलो हुन्छ. लाइफ भयो भने के हुन्छ? आफू ठुलो हुन्छ. They look toward future, and in future they see themselves as a central character in their life. They see themselves as planning their career. Doctor hune, engineer hune, pilot hune, wife hune hoina, biha गरेर. They see that there is no apartment and they have a long success story. They imagine पत्रिकामा इन्टरभ्यू आयो तिनीहरुको, अरबौं रुपैयाँ छ. These women do not see themselves as someone's wife. They don't see as somebody supporting a man. अर्को लागि किचनमा भान्सा भात पकाएर बस्ने होइन. They see their lives in terms of their desire, their hope, their dream. आफ्नो ड्रिमको लागि बाँच्ने हो, आफ्नो होपको लागि बाँच्ने हो, आफ्नो डिजायरलाई बाँच्ने हो, हस्बेन्डको ड्रिमलाई बाँच्ने होइन. Now, give an example. Okay, it's 8 o'clock. म यिनीहरू रोकेँ. पेज सेयर भएको थिएन?
भएको थियो सर.
Okay, I'm stopping here. We'll discuss next time.
हुन्छ सर. अच्छा
हुन्छ सर, बाई बाई.
गइजाउँ